Hey there everybody, I'm Joe the Disney Guy, and Halloween is nearly upon us, which means it's the perfect time for us to get some spooks and scares in. And although Disney doesn't necessarily have horror movies, there is still some Disney media out there that's plenty creepy. A perfect example of this is the 1995 short Runaway Brain.
So after a long 30-year hiatus, Mickey Mouse finally returned to the silver screen in the form of featurettes. 1983's Mickey's Christmas Carol, and 1990's The Prince and the Pauper. But in 1995, it was finally time for Mickey to return to the medium that brought him such prominence, the animated short. On August 11, 1995, Runaway Brain premiered in theaters in front of the live-action film A Kid in King Arthur's Court.
It's kind of wild to think that Disney went nearly 40 years without having a mascot in a starring role in anything, but with the company moving away from shorts during that time, that's just how it goes. Luckily for Mickey, he was still a permanent fixture in the Disney parks, because I gotta imagine it's kind of hard to pay the bills when you haven't had a job in 40 years. Anyway, on to the short.
So we see Mickey goofing off with some video games.
I gotta say, I know the short debuted in 1995, but it is still weird for me whenever I see modern technology in a Disney product. Who knew Mickey was a gamer?
When it becomes apparent that Mickey forgot his anniversary with Minnie. Thanks to a miscommunication, Mickey needs to come up with $999.99 or face the wrath of his angry girlfriend.
You want a real horror movie? Show what happens if Mickey doesn't come up with an anniversary gift for his girlfriend. Now that is terrifying.
What ensues is some Dr. Frankenstein-esque mayhem with brain swapping and town destroying. The colors in the short are really interesting. They aren't the typical bright colors usually associated with Disney, and especially Mickey Mouse. They're a bit darker, flushed almost, and in all the dramatic scenes, there's a red filter over the animation. And I think that all of this helps set the tone that this is supposed to have a horror-esque feel.
And we've seen Disney use colors like this before, including the heavy use of red to invoke similar emotions, so it's not like this is groundbreaking stuff or anything, but that doesn't make it any less effective.
The short also does a good job making the viewer feel uneasy, especially in the early going. Of course, this is still a family short, nobody's denying that, but there is some oddly creepy imagery throughout that at least makes the short feel very different from a lot of other Disney products.
Wait a minute, show that last clip again.
Look, I've changed my mind. I don't want the money. I want my old body back.
Hold on, is that the fried skeleton of the Doctor? It is! What the heck, movie? I just offended you for being family friendly, and then you go all showing horrific demise on me?
So, the only real problem I have with the short is that it's, well, short. And I know this sounds redundant and mildly ridiculous, but the entire short runs just under 7 minutes, and while that's a perfectly acceptable length for a short, in this case, I just wish there were a few more minutes to it. First off, the character of the Professor, played by the great Kelsey Grammer, is on screen for maybe a minute, which just doesn't feel like enough. But more importantly, because of how much plot is being crammed into 7 minutes, the pace of the short just feels fast and mildly rushed. The problem with this, aside from the obvious issues of quick pacing, is that horror movies are supposed to be sort of plotting. They build suspense and slowly reveal the outcome.
Now, I get it. This is still a Disney short and not a traditional horror movie, but it's still something that stood out to me. I mean, from the moment that Mickey knocks on the door of the Professor's lab to when the transformation is shown, only a minute and a half has passed, and I just feel like for a reveal as big as this, a little more build-up could have been used.
But pacing aside, this is still a fun and interesting short to check out, especially if you're looking for something a bit creepier from Disney around Halloween time. The film was nominated for Best Animated Short in 1996, but lost to Wallace and Gromit's A Close Shave.
I'm not gonna lie, I used to watch A Close Shave all the time as a kid, and it's pretty awesome, so no shame in losing out there, guys.
Unfortunately, Disney sorta shied away from Runaway Brain for a little while because some audiences were put off by the darker nature of it, especially seeing their beloved Mickey basically be possessed. And possibly because of this, audiences didn't get to see Mickey in an animated short again until 2013's Get a Horse. So, all in all, is Runaway Brain the best Disney short out there? Probably not, but it's still a high-energy, unique-looking, and even sort of spooky experience. Perfect for any Disney fans celebrating the Halloween season.
Well guys, that wraps up for me this week. I hope you all enjoyed, and let me know your thoughts on Runaway Brain. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out my last video and my next video. And if you like this video, make sure you check out another Disney short review. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter for any updates with myself and the channel. And I'll see you all real soon.